plot thickens. And every time I think of a new build for the Ninja Bike, or I think about somebody who reminded me about what types of builds that I can make with the Ninja Bike, they just keep getting better and better. Now, I was on a hype train about the 6 skill tiers and the 6 weapon cores, you know, the insane damage you can deal with both your skills and your weapons. But this is something entirely different. And when the Ninja Bike first came out, first of all, let me just do a bounty so I could explain to you what I'm talking about by showing. Then I'll break down the build afterwards. But when the Ninja Bike first came out, a lot of people were like, it's not as good as the backpack in Div 1. Especially since now that we have a whole different build dynamic where the backpacks are the corner point of your build. You got talents that are only on the backpack that affect your build significantly, like vigilance or whatever. Anything that gives you damage, anything that gives you survivability is available on that backpack, and the Ninja Bike essentially replaces that. So people were looking at it from that aspect, like, okay, why would I use a Ninja Bike if it's going to take away a whole 25% damage from me? Well, you have to look at it from a different perspective, and that's what I've been doing. And the more and more I'm doing that, the more I'm realizing where the Ninja Bike's strengths lie. And for this, I was able to stack up the most amount of SMG damage that I have ever done, and I can't do it without the Ninja Bike bag. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. I did it the way that makes the most sense, because there is a way you can stack even more SMG damage, but you're kind of missing out on a key aspect of a build. Of course, you can see what gear set I'm using. I want to make sure I don't get shot from the side or something. I've always loved Hunter's Fury, and there's one way people use Hunter's Fury where you use that one talent, that Headhunter, of course, for the chest piece, and then you have the talent on the weapon, Pummel, where every time you get a headshot kill, it refills your ammo and gives you like 40% damage buff, so it allows you to chain kill with a shotgun. This is definitely not the way that I'm running Hunter's Fury. I thought about it, but I'm like, yo, let me just capitalize on this damage bonus, especially with the Ouroboros. With how crazy it is, Ouroboros is insane. You could actually use the Lady Death. You can use any SMG that you want to. Is your choice, actually, because I know a lot of you probably don't even have the Oreo, but yeah, your choice. I'm gonna switch to the Lady Death afterwards. I have to knock her out. Oh, yeah, these heroic bounties, they don't be playing sometimes. So, nice. This right here is offering actually almost the damage of a striker when it's stacked to a certain point. I was reviewing the numbers in the gun range, and I can go back to there just to double check to see, but it's it's pretty crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of funnel them in this area. I don't want to go out there, but I'm gonna use a Lady Death in this area, and in this one I have damage to armor. So come at me, bruh. Come at me, bruh. Okay, give me that. Yeah, I don't think the Lady Death is performing as powerful, but still good, you know. I am an apex predator. Okay, on to the next section, baby. You know what? I'm not really feeling the Lady Death here, man. You know, the Oreo got that range, man. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, but we got the the Lady Death gives you that speed boost though, especially when you got a shield. Oh, where can I go here, man? These cats be playing. I'm about to lead you out of here. Image. Come on. Oh, you the guy who be having the freaking Airburst Seeker mines. Big fella. Uh-uh. See, last time I did a bounty like this guy was chasing me around. Oh, I tanked that? Let's go. Not that time. Miss me. Let's go. Alright, we about to switch back to the Oreo because we need to, you know, I just want to. And I don't know, man, it just seems like I said damage to armor. Oh, what the? Look at this guy. Because, you know, like I said, okay, damage to armor was on the... Oh, I got to disorient for the Ouroboros. Let's go. Nice. The thing is, I have damage to armor on my Lady Death and damage to targets out of cover on the Ouroboros. Maybe that's the difference because I don't know, man. It just seems like damage to targets out of cover hits different for some reason. It feels that way to me. Maybe I'm mistaken. You not taking me out, dude. Y'all not about to sandwich me like that. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna take you. Oh, bro. Yeah. They made these, bro. I swear they made these bounties harder. They made them harder. I'm gonna leave that skill up. You gonna shoot me? Trying to take a brother out. Trying to take a brother out, man. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh, I just used my last bullet on him. Let's go. That's clutch. All right, cool. All right, let me show you this build, okay? Like I said, there was two ways that I wanted to do this, and this was a little bit... There's another enemy right there. This was just a little bit, not that much of a hassle to build, but I'll show you in a second, okay? Now, here's what I'm using. I'm using Hunter's Fury. Hunter's Fury is pretty simple to get. You can craft it. I'm pretty sure you have this at the crafting station yourself. There's no exclusive way to get Hunter's Fury. It's already available. And here's what it does, okay? It has something called Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Now, just hear me out in a second, okay? Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So this stacks up to 5 times, essentially doubling that 20% amplified damage that you get, depending on how many enemies you kill, okay? Now, I would want critical hit damage, but before, like I said, when I was running Hunter's Fury, I did that pummel with the headhunter, so I had all these pieces with headshot damage on them. So essentially, you'll want critical hit damage so that you can capitalize on the fact that the Ouroboros or any other SMG already has a critical hit chance natively baked into it. You see where it says 15% critical hit chance right there? That's on all SMGs, so it gives you a nice chunk. The maximum is 17%. And you know what Rule Them All does. Whenever you get applied or afflicted with a status effect, you apply that same status to the enemy. But here's the thing. That's why I said you have so many different SMG damage bonuses on this. You get 15% from Hunter's Fury. You get 15% from the specialization when you add that SMG damage bonus. You get another 15% or supposed to be, from the actual weapon. Mine is at 10.9. It has to be optimized. And then, check this out. You get 30% SMG damage from the electric 3-piece. Now, this is what I was saying. You want to make sure you have the Ninja Bike backpack so you can capitalize on all these SMG damage bonuses. Now, this is the other way you can do it, but it's not nearly as powerful. 1 piece of Hunter's Fury, 2 pieces of electric, then you got Sokolov, which adds another SMG weapon damage bonus. But what is this build gonna do? This is the prime example of slapping pieces together with the Ninja Bike and really not having that much of an outcome. Because when you have a build like this, you don't have any defining damage that it's going to deal to basically solidify this build as being a beast. You just got a whole bunch of damage bonuses slapped together. Because the thing is, with amplified damage, how it works is it amplifies all the damage that's added up on your build, right? Because the chest piece I have is electric, the named electric chest piece named Henry, and it has perfect companion. And this is the great thing, because companion is actually a backpack talent that was brought here to the chest. Y'all remember that crazy double companion meta that was going around for a while? Yeah, this is what that was. But perfect companion increases your weapon damage to 20%. While you're within 10 meters of an ally or skill, which is why I'm using the defender drone, the total weapon damage is increased by 20%. Now, this is referring to the total weapon damage on your build. Remember, this build right here, the whole idea of it is stacking as much SMG weapon damage bonus as you can. So this is adding on to or increasing the 15 from Hunter's Fury, the 30 from the electric, which is 45, another 15 from the actual SMG, theoretically, and that's 60, and you got another 15 from the specialization. So you got 75% if everything is maxed out weapon damage bonus, SMG weapon damage. Now that's going to increase to another 20% with this perfect companion once you pull that out. Now it doesn't stop there, right? This is how added damage and amplified damage works. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. The way that it works is that all of the damage that you have on your build, that 75% or that 95%, that gets amplified by 20%. So you don't add the amplified damage on, you multiply it. And that's why builds like this with the Ninja Bike are so devastating. You want to, whatever the attribute is, whatever the stat is, stack as much of that you can. Like on one of my builds that I made called Last 45. And this is a prime example of stacking the attributes and the stats that you need to get an insane amount of skill haste. You have the hot shot headshot builds. You know, you could think of more than I can, probably. But the point is the way that you look at the Ninja Bike backpack's strengths is from all of the attributes that you can stack together that you would otherwise not be able to without it. And find something like Perfect Companion or a gear set that gives you a talent or something equivalent to what a Vigilance backpack would give you, or Ongoing Directive backpack, or whatever is replacing it. You just have to look into your build knowledge and understanding of how they work in order to come out with these crazy builds. Now, the skills I'm using is the Crusader Shield, the one that's specifically for Firewall, because a little bit more damage depending on how many enemies are in front of the shield. So it's great to use that. And this is how I'm activating Perfect Companion. I'm using the defender drone because it says when you're within a skill or an ally, it increases your damage by 20%. And Apex Predator is just crazy. This right here is the deciding factor of all of this. This is what defines this build's damage. But I think that the electric was buffed along with Healer Guard, because 30% SMG damage is just crazy. That's 2 damage bonuses like in one. And then you got Hunter's Fury. I mean, you get it, right? Let me show you the stats. The crit isn't really that high because we're working with a gear set. So it's 40% crit chance and 100% crit damage. We're rocking with amplified damage here, basically. So you don't really want to worry about the crit as much. Got somebody in your team wearing Coyote's mask, that'll help you out. And oh yeah, this is why I said it was a little bit of a hassle to get this to work. But I only ran 1 countdown match, and I was able to get what I needed to roll this to how I wanted it to be. So this is all weapon cores, and the Ninja Bike backpack gives me an armor core, so I'm at 913k. Which is fine for me in PvE. I'm not really going to worry about PvP for this build. Honestly, man, I gotta I gotta be mentally prepared to play PvP because it can get frustrating. And if I lose, or if I get bodied after going in there with a build that I think is gonna do work, then I'm gonna be in there for the next couple of hours trying to figure out all kind of stuff. So I don't really want to get into that realm. This is for now a PvE build. I might optimize it for PvP, but you know, it's not really that serious. I got builds that are specifically for that. Let me know what you think about this down below. I just wanted to show this to you. And if there's any other way that you think this could work and give more damage, let me know. What other talent would you use? I just think that Perfect Companion is perfect for this. No pun intended. Because it's like a run and gun build in your face. As soon as you shoot somebody and kill them with Apex Predator, it disorients enemies around them, so it gives you an opportunity to keep killing. So it just makes sense to use the Defender drone or something like that. But if you want to use Obliterate, you can, whatever. Just tell me what talents you suggest down below. And let me know what you think about this in the comment section. If it helped you out in any way, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.